Hey, I'm Stephen Yunty here at High-Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts. In 1971, if you wanted to go fast with class, you get yourself one of these. It's a 71 Buick GS455. Now, GS stands for Grand Sport, and in 1971 and 70, these were available as a GS350 or this one, the big dog, the GS455. These had 350 horsepower in this trim here and 510 foot-pounds of torque, which is more torque than the 440 Magnum or the 426 Street Hemi, which had 480 and 490, so 510 foot-pounds of torque, tire smoking torque. One great thing about the GS from Buick from 1970 through 72, they all came with this hood, which functions. It actually draws cool air into the engine, not extra cross. It was baked into all of the GS cars. Standard feature right there, kind of a cool feature. And this one's also very strange. This is, it's one of maybe one built with the paint code 29 special order nocturne blue paint. And again, records show that that paint was not available on any other GM mid-size car, and there's some special documentation, we'll get that in a second, showing there's a special order paint code on the cowl tag and also on some paperwork. So maybe the only nocturne blue 71 GS455 built in 1971. Beautifully restored top to bottom, and it's spoke around. And by the way, before we open the hood, has the beautiful styled steel wheels, the Superstock 2 wheels, beautiful wheels right from the factory, delicious, mouth-watering, and also these have Coker Redline radials. They look like an old-time bias ply, but they're actually radial tire construction made by Coker. You can get them today, and they give the retro looks but modern day handling on the open road. Of course, this has the GS suspension, which has bigger roll bars front and rear, and you know, disc brakes up front, drums in the back, but that's okay. So let's pop the hood on this, and again, Lucerne blue, not available on any other vehicle. It's a special order paint. And check out the scoops here. They go into openings which seal against the air cleaner right here with foam ducts right there, which deliver cool air into the Rochester Quadrajet 4-barrel carburetor. And very much stock under the hood cast iron exhaust manifolds, power disc brakes, of course, up front. Power steering car, no AC, that's fine with me, that just adds weight. Aftermarket aluminum radiator, keep things nice and tidy and nice and cool. Another detail about these cars is that 455s came with cast steel engine mount brackets under the, between the motor mount and the frame up front. They're cast steel, whereas the lesser ones had a stamped steel unit. Also on all GS's, boxed frame, basically the convertible frame. They gave them much tighter ride. If you had a Chevelle or a GTO or something like that, you paid extra money for the guard beam frame, but GS came with the box frame right from the factory stock equipment. It's kind of cool. A lot of extra details baked into every one of these GS cars. And the 455 was the money, that's the one you want. And production on these cars in 1971 was 1,481. So not a lot of demand for these things. Of course, the insurance industry was cracking down. Environmentalists were cracking down. So the party was kind of getting to wound down. So 1971, GS 455, I should say. Let's look inside. And it has the optional bucket seats, center console with the horseshoe type shifter, AM, FM radio inside. Beautiful inside. Manual windows, no problem with that, but power operated remote window or mirrors with cables that adjust your mirror angle from the driver's seat. There's a little stock that comes out of the door right there, and just nicely restored inside. Beautiful car, beautiful paint. Let's go inside the trunk and see what we find there. And again, this is not like a, you know, a GSX, which are more in your face. They're kind of blatant, a little bit obnoxious to my taste. No wing, no stripes, nothing like that. So very austere in many ways, but tasteful. You know, it's called going fast with class, and 510 foot-pounds of torque. So you put the car a move ahead of the Roadrunner or the Torino GT in the next lane for sure. And inside, correctly rendered inside, underneath the trunk lid, has body colored paints. And of course, nicely done Zolatone trunk floor. And just nice trunk mat in there, everything here nicely restored as it should be. And something kind of cool, this was found when they were restoring the car. This is the paperwork right here. And you can see that it says special order right there. This is in the car. And special order paint. So again, that's paint code 29, which is Lucerne blue or nocturne blue. And again, not available any other Buick, and perhaps the only one painted this color from the factory. And as we come around to this side here, the cowl tag has paint code 2929, which of course is 29 is GM speak for special order paint. And we see it right here. I'll come around here, put my finger on it. There it is right there, 29, right in this area right down here. at 2929, which means that the body and the roof were both done in 29, which is nocturne blue. And again, that's proof positive right there. This car was born nocturne blue right from Buick at the assembly line in Flint, Michigan, and perhaps the only one built and painted this color. So a beautiful example of Buick's 455 cubic inch, 510 foot-pound tire smoker. To learn more about this car, go to the High-Octane Classics website,